Yo, what's going on, guys? Silver Seeker, brand new video, guys. Today I want to show you guys something cool. This is a Japanese koi fish, 2012 NIUE Elizabeth, $2 it says in the back. In fact, let's go ahead and just quickly look at it under the coin camera so you guys can see what we're dealing with here. And we are going to gently put this down and check that out. Check that out. Kind of a cool piece, right? It's got a lot of scratches on it, though. But these are pretty cool. These are rare, guys. The reason I'm showing you this, however, isn't because of the coin. We're going to talk about this. What we actually have here, guys, is a fake. How did I get this? Well, I actually got it out of at a pawn shop for $1. And how that happened was I went in and I was looking. There's a pawn shop close to here that sometimes carries coins that people bring in. And they had this in their showcase. And I asked the guy how much. And he said he wanted $30 for it. So I took a look at it. I mean, it's worth about 30. It's worth more if it has the box and the certificate of authenticity, but I couldn't bring myself to understand why there was no certificate of authenticity with this coin. And I got my loop out and looked at it really closely in a flip, and I determined that it was fake. And I'm going to show you in detail here. We're going to go back to the coin camera. Now, if you look at the 1 ounce 99 fine silver right there, you can look at how... See, if you look around the edges of it, see how it looks like something was poured on top of it, and it just kind of bubbles out at the edges of all the letters. That's the first thing I noticed. The second thing I noticed under the scope is if you look at the koi fish themselves, if you look at it, it's very pixelated. It doesn't look very legit for a high quality coin that this normally is. It also wasn't very well taken care of. I don't know why someone would take this out of its airtight, out of its box, and remove it from a certificate of authenticity unless you were actually just sending it off to be slabbed. So that was like the third thing that made me think that, alright, this is probably a fake. Flipping over to the reverse, you can kind of see the same thing going on. Looking at the edges of the letters, it looks like there's spill over the edges of the letters here. So if you can see here, it just, you know, it looks like it's wet and it didn't dry all the way around the edges of the coin. You know what I mean? It just doesn't look right. And so I told the guy at the pawn shop it's fake, and he argued with me and said it's not, and I explained to him my reasoning, and I said, all right, and I left. So I came back 20 minutes later. The reason that I left is because I didn't have it with me. Back to the screen here. The reason I left is I didn't have it with me. So I went and I grabbed my handy dandy super magnet, and I said, I tell you what, if I can prove to you right now that that thing's fake, will you sell it to me for $1? And he said sure, and I said bam, it's not even real. On top, well, it's not even silver. I mean, I you know, have to pry that thing off. This is a very powerful magnet. Bam, it just sucked it up off the ground. So I got it for $1 because I won that bet. I'm sure he lost. I'm sure he paid $16 for it. Now I'll get my scale out and show you really fast. Turn that bad boy on, and we will put it on ounces troy mode. Make sure it's teared out. Camera picks it up pretty well, and you can see it doesn't even weigh a full ounce. That's something I didn't do there at the pawn shop. I did when I came back, but you got to be careful with stuff like this. The original owner either knew it was fake and bought it really cheap on the internet with the intent to defraud somebody, which means he made some good money, or, sorry about that, or he bought it on eBay and found out it was fake and tried to get some of his money back by selling it to a pawn shop or someone that didn't quite know what they were buying. So just wanted to show that off to you as something else to keep an eye out for when you're out looking at coins. You don't want to overspend for a piece of junk. The only reason I even paid the $1 for this is because I kind of wanted to win the bet. And then secondly, you know, I figured, hey, I'd make a good video. So there you have it, guys. One Japanese fake koi. Now, end of the video, guys. Since we are now streaming once a week, I'm going to open a roll of coins in my box of coins down here. This is from the same rolls that we were opening for the stream. And if there's anything in there, we're going to put it aside and give it away on our next stream. And if you look at the edges, I don't see really any darkies or anything like that. Spread it out. See what we find. Oh, hey! We actually did find something, guys. Look at that. That is a buffalo nickel. And that looks to be about it. No silver. No silver, but we did get a buffalo. Let's go ahead and put that under the scope and see what we get. Put these aside for now. Where'd it go? Did I just scoop it back up? I just scooped it back up. You gotta be kidding me. There it is. Alright. To the scope we go, guys. I'm going to be giving this away on the next stream. It's a 1936. It's really weak and can barely read the 19. Flip over to the coin camera so you guys can see it a little bit better. On the reverse, just your 36 plain buffalo nickel. Probably about a good VG maybe. I'm not sure to get VG because the rim is worn into the letters of Liberty on the edge. You can barely read some of the date, so 19. So I think this is good. It's not an AG. It's better than an AG, but I don't think it's a VG. So there you have it, guys. We're giving that away on the next stream. So cool. We'll be putting that up for the next stream, which I'm still looking at a time frame. I'm waiting to hear back from Couch and from CoinOp. And again, it might either be earlier on Friday or it might be a Saturday afternoon, like a 2 or a 2:30 or something like that. So anyway, thanks again for joining us, guys, and we will talk to you in the very next video.